Are you on track or off track to achieving your goals? What is it that you want to do with your life? And I know that's a lot of rah-rah motivational stuff, goal setting and all that. But the question is this, what do you want? Do you want to be sick and weak and frail and out of shape and overweight and diseased and depressed? Or do you want to be healthy, fit and strong? Do you want to stay in a lousy, stinking, rotten job if you've got one? Or do you want to have a career or business that you love? Do you want to wake up every day making money, doing what you love? If you are making money, would you like to be financially free, or do you want to be broke and struggling for money for the rest of your life? And do you want to have horrible, nasty, negative, criticising, gossiping people in your life who pull you down? Or do you want to have people in your life who respect you, who treat you beautifully, who love you? Seems to be silly questions. So one of the interesting things that, because I live out in the bottom end of nowhere in one of the tiniest countries in the world. I live in the South Island of New Zealand. And to find our house is quite complicated. We have to give people directions to get here. Sometimes Google doesn't bring them here, even on a Google map, because the streets are brand new. So we're a little bit complicated to find. But I always ask this question about anywhere that you go in your life. But if you're coming to Rowie's house, Rowie and K-Man's house, and you've got a map or Google sent you a certain direction, if you're going the wrong way. So for example, there's a lot of people that have come to visit us and Google sent them the wrong way and they end up in a dead-end street and they can't find us. So do you keep driving around in circles hoping that you'll find Rowie and K-Man's house, or do you stop, work out where you've gone wrong, ring Rowie and K-Man, where do you live, and then get back on track to get to Rowie and K-Man's house? Now, it seems a ridiculous question. If you're going the wrong way and you've got to get somewhere, surely you're going to stop, change what you're doing, change direction, get back on track and go and do what you need to do to get to the place that you want to go. Well, isn't life the same? If you're if you're heading in the wrong direction, if you want to be healthy, fit and strong, but you're weak and fat and frail and depressed, you'll have to stop and change direction. Surely that just makes sense, yeah? If you wake up every day going to a lousy, stinking, rotten job that you hate, isn't it time to say enough now? I have to change direction. If I keep doing this, if I keep going around in circles with this job that I don't like, where will I be in 5 years' time? Where will I be in 10 years' time? How much more bitter and twisted and depressed will I be? I need to make a change. I have to change direction. If you are financially in trouble, if you're struggling, if you're broke, if things aren't working out for you where money is concerned, isn't it time to stop? There's that great quote, if you're in a hole, stop digging. So if you don't have any money, and it's going to get worse if you keep doing the same thing over and over, is it time then to say, okay, I need to do something different with my finances, with my life, so that I'm not struggling for money all the time? And there's people that in their 60s and 70s that have been broke all of their life, have changed their financial situation because they've made different decisions. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter where you are, you can always stop and change direction. If you've got to drive from one city to another and you realise that you're actually driving to a different city, but you've got to go to that city, you'd stop the car, turn around and go to the place that you need to go. So why don't we do that with our life? We often joke about men, of course, who say, well, we can't ask for directions. But surely there comes a point where you're going to stop driving around in circles, being lost, not getting where you want to go, and make a decision that says, I have to change what I'm doing because otherwise I won't get to where I want to go. Now, people are a little bit more complicated. We can choose to be healthy because that's a personal decision. We can choose to have a career or business that we love because that's a personal decision. We can choose to be financially free because that's what we do with our own money. But we have no control over what other people do. There's always going to be nasty people in the world. There's going to be criticising people. There's going to be negative people. There's going to be lies and cheats and thieves and all sorts of horrible people. But we don't have to have them in our life. They can keep doing what they do. But we can get to the point where we say, and I hope that point is right now, where you say, I'm not having negative people in my life anymore. I'm not living my life with people that treat me disrespectfully. And I say this, and I've got no right to say it because I've got no children. But I deal with lots of other people's children, and I am involved with lots of other people's children, and I love lots of other people's children, and I was once a child. And I think it's awful for a child to see negativity and nastiness and criticism and horrible people. I don't want our kids to think that it's normal to have that kind of relationship or relationships with other human beings. I would love our kids to see that if you've got someone who's treating you badly, you wouldn't have them in your life. And that's your inner circle. And I always talk about that in relationships. There's the people that surround you, that are in your life, that know you, that are in your inner circle. There's people that you deal with on a regular basis, but they don't live in your house or don't come over for dinner, but you have something to do with them on a regular basis. And then there's strangers. Now, strangers we have no control over, and people can, somebody hits you with road rage and they cut you off on the road. There's no control over that. The people that you have in your life that you work with or that you are associated with, you don't have to go very often, you don't have to stay very long, and you don't have to invite them into your inner circle. Just because you work with somebody that's negative, you don't have to invite them to your house. You can learn from them and grow from them. You can say, well, I don't want to be like that. Their horrible, negative nastiness is something that I don't want to have in my life, so I appreciate that they're showing me who they are, because I don't want to invite them round for dinner because now I know who they are. But those people that you have in your inner circle, why would you have horrible people in your life? Now, our kids don't know how to get rid of them. So if our kids are seeing that we're accepting negative, nasty, criticising, disrespectful behaviour, how will our kids know that it's not normal to have that? So this is, as I always get into, my begging position. Today, is it time to stop the car, change direction? If you're going in the wrong direction but you need to go somewhere else, is it time to make a change? Is it time to decide I'm going to be healthy, fit and strong from this day forward? I'm going to have a career or business that I love. I'm getting out of the job that I don't like. I'm not putting up with being broke any longer. I'm going to get a financial plan and get myself sorted financially. And I'm certainly not going to invite people into my life, into my inner circle, into my home for dinner who are negative, nasty, criticising people. Isn't it awesome that we get to choose? And I hope that you choose. And I can only hope, because you're going to do whatever you're going to do. You're an adult, you can do whatever you want. But for our kids, wouldn't it be nice that they could see adults that were healthy, fit and strong, that did have a career or business that they love, that are financially free and only have respectful people in their life, so that our kids know that it is possible, so that our kids know that they can live their life to the max. Super duper doo, how are you? Living my life to the max for the kids. Woo!